If you're a facilities manager at a warehouse and your HVAC system goes down, it can turn up the heat, literally. But don't sweat it, Grainger has you covered. Grainger offers over 1 million industrial-grade products for all your operations, including warehouse HVAC maintenance. And even better, they offer access to experts and fast delivery, so you and your warehouse can both keep your cool. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You're commuting home with Katz and Cosby. Now, here's John Catsimatidis and Rita Cosby on 77 WABC.
And joining us now here on Katz and Cosby, with us here is the Israeli Consul General from Israel to New York, Ofir Akunis. Mr. Consul General, we love having you here. And I want to start with, obviously, a lot of action. Israel's had historic success going after the terrorists and now also the financial infrastructure. Tell us about these big developments.
I will tell you in a minute about the current situation in Lebanon, but I want to say to our audience, and I hope that they will be very glad about it, that Israel is saving the free world these days, and we are winning. And this is very important. We talked a few times before on your show, and we talked about the free world versus the axis of evil. I think that most of the Americans and others are already understand the current situation, that it's not only strikes against Israel and fire rockets, of course, against Israel from, let's say, 7 fronts, but the main idea of the last events around the world, first of all in the Middle East, of course, is that we're in a battlefield between the head of the snake, Iran, versus the United States, Israel, Europe, and United Kingdom.
Mr. Ambassador, a few congressmen the other day said to me that Israel is doing the job of the United States. You're keeping the free world free right now.
That's what, I don't know if for the United States, let's say, we are doing for
God's work
for the Western world. I think that this is the time, and I said it in the past. I think it was around May that the Western world must to decide and to choose if he wants to be under radical Islam occupation all around, and including specific neighborhoods right here and in Europe, of course, or to lead the Western world and the modern civilization. Iran cannot lead the modern civilization. Why? Because they are saying it. They want to destroy all of us, the Americans, the Europeans, and of course the State of Israel. And we are doing it. Right now, our Air Force strike in Beirut, in Lebanon, is not that because we want to do it. It's not because we want to be in Lebanon. Again, by the way, we must be there because all the finance and the banks and the money of Iran is there. It's in Lebanon. It's in Beirut. Hezbollah, okay, we'll talk about Nasrallah in a few minutes, but they are still there. They still exist. I want that all of us will want that Hezbollah will surrender and Hamas will surrender. And that's the way that will save the world.
Well, is Israel going to free Lebanon from the Hezbollah's capture?
It reminds me, free Palestine. We will free Gaza from Hamas, and we will free Lebanon from Hezbollah. And I want to say something about the state of Lebanon. The Syrians ruined the state of Lebanon, the beautiful state of Lebanon, around 1974, 75. And then the PLO ruined the state of Lebanon. And then Amal, and now Hezbollah. I think that the Lebanese, they want peace with us. The Lebanese, the real Lebanese, okay, let's say the Druze, the Christians, but the radical Islam actually put Lebanon under occupation. And now, if we are doing it, the answer is yes.
Go ahead, John.
The question is, what were some of the concerns of the left wing of the United States is that if we beat Lebanon, that Russia and China will come to their aid. And I said, I don't think so. What's your opinion?
I will tell you my opinion is that we want to we don't want to be there. We want that Lebanon will be an independent state like it used to be, with one government, with one parliament, with free people, with happy people. You know how? I heard the stories from my wife's grandmother. She came to the land of Israel, to the promised land, through Lebanon. She used to live there in Lebanon for a few years, and she said it was wonderful. A lot of tourists from all over the world. They danced. They were happy people. They very good food. Who destroyed the state of Lebanon? Iran, Syria, and Yasser Arafat and the PLO. And we want the Lebanon, and we actually in 1983, Menachem Begin wants to sign a peace treaty with Lebanon, with Bashir Jumayel. Who killed Bashir Jumayel? The Lebanese president. The Syrians. Okay? And we know the facts about Lebanon. So we don't have nothing to do in Lebanon. By the way, we know that we want to be from Rosh Hashanah. Let's say, I don't know if the audience knows about the specific settlements around the border with Lebanon. We have nothing to ask from the Lebanese except quiet and peace. And it will not happen with Hezbollah. But it will happen without them.
Well, exactly correct. The problem is, and the civilized nations know that Iran is paying the uncivilized people to create the havoc.
I want to be more specific. The Ayatollahs don't want it. I'm not sure about the people of Iran, because I heard the same stories about Iran. I heard from people who actually visited in Iran, in Tehran, or came from Mashhad or from Tehran or from Isfahan, Jews actually who left around 1979, and a lot of them are living here, not very far from here. Maybe they are listening to us right now, and they said to me, that was a beautiful place. The Ayatollahs ruined Iran, not the Iranian people. The Ayatollahs ruined it, and of course the Muslim revolution.
Well, let's talk it. The Persian people were very civilized.
Exactly.
It's the religious sect that took control for a while. I agree. That have created havoc in Iran. But the Persian people are very civilized people.
I totally agree, and I think that a lot of them wants peace, and like the Jewish people, like the Christians, like most of the human beings. But there is a group, a fascist group, heading by the Ayatollahs, and they're the head of the snake, and they want, and they are saying it. I remember that the first time that I heard the screamings and the yellings, death to America, that to Israel, it comes from Tehran in 1979. They want to do it, and they're using their proxies, the Houthis in Yemen, the Hezbollah in Lebanon, and of course Hamas in Gaza.
Mr. Ambassador, where would you like to... we have November 5th, November 6th, the world will know which way the world is going.
Yeah, I know. I think that the elections will reflect the will of the American people. I'm not an American citizen. I cannot vote here, and I think that it's your decision. And of course, that the Israeli government will respect the choice of the American people. And I want that the next American administration, like the current American administration, will respect the will of the people in Israel.
Before we let you go, the big story today is about the leak that came, not to get into the politics of it all, but how damaging is it that there seems to be a leak from the U.S. side about Israeli intentions to plan to strike back? Just overall, how dangerous is that, and how important, obviously, is our alliance with Israel, which we appreciate.
It's dangerous to Israel. It's dangerous to the United States, and I want to hear the results of the investigation. I think that it's very important, and it must be clear what happened there and who is responsible for this thing, because we are allies. We must cooperate. We must continue the collaboration between the State of Israel and the United States. We must do it you asked me before about the free world. We must save the free world, and we must do it together. And this is our enemies. They don't need to know anything. They don't, and I will not say a word. By the way, it's a very few people in Israel that actually know the truth and the plans. And I think that it's better that they will know it and about our allies. If they in the Pentagon, we must cooperate and collaborate and to save our people and to save our forces. And I'm looking forward to read the results of the investigation.
Well, we are praying for you. We love having you here. You're welcome anytime,
Thank you
Mr.
so
Consul
much.
General. It's an honor to have you here with us on Katz and Cosby.
Thank you so much for having me.
God bless.
Thank you.
Americans are durable. We take pride in hard work and high quality. American Giant makes durable quality clothing right here in the USA. Because what we wear reflects who we are. When you buy American Giant, you're not just wearing the best clothes money can buy. You're helping keep jobs and pride in your own backyard. Premium clothing built to last decades, like it should. Get 20% off your first order at American-Giant.com with code RightHere24.